Good afternoon. We are honored to have with us today Her Royal Highness Princess Nouf Al Hassan Al Saud. Known by her patients as Dr. Nouf, she is a prominent figure and a role model for women in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Also known for her dedication to several social causes, Princess Nouf actively advocates for women's empowerment and she advances the healthcare sector in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, while also inspiring countless women to pursue careers that drive the nation's progress and development. Your Highness, thank you for having us in your beautiful clinic here in Riyadh. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Let's start with our first question that tackles more the involvement and the significant contributions of women in the healthcare sector. So, from your perspective, what are some of the key ways women have shaped this field, and how has their involvement shaped the development of this sector? Well, women have always been involved in the health sector. They have been involved for centuries and centuries, even prehistorically, before Christ, all these years, they've always been involved in healthcare. Not necessarily as physicians, but more as caregivers. They have always been our mothers, our sisters, our the people who care about us the most in the household. But in life, women in healthcare have always existed. There's always been nurses around since forever. So these are the people who brought to the healthcare sector compassion, a different way of communication, understanding, empathy, and a different connection with the patients. Exactly. And building on that, with progress often comes challenges. What are some of the main challenges women change in the healthcare sector? And how do you think we can overcome these challenges to create a more inclusive environment? I think the environment is already inclusive. But the thing with women, because mostly they are seen as lovely beings, very emotional, very fragile. So in order to enter a field that's predominantly occupied by males, it's very difficult to prove yourself as a strong, competent woman in this kind of work. So the thing is to be armed with knowledge, perseverance, and a lot of patience. On the flip side, there are growing opportunities for women in this sector, obviously. But we'd like to hear what are some of the exciting prospects you see for women, and how do you think we can encourage them to seize these opportunities today? Our founding kings all encouraged women to gain knowledge and get educated. So this is something that's embedded in the kingdom's mindset. There is no limits to what women can do, and the country is going towards giving women their the opportunities, let's say, to be who they are and who they could be in the future. So we're backed up, alhamdulillah, by our fearless king, King Salman, and his very, very powerful crown prince, Prince Hamad bin Salman, who the whole country was, and mostly women, because the opportunities that they have been given at this time have never been given to them before. They always existed, but they were sort of like in the shadows. But now, women are the forefront of the business sector, forefront of the health sector, and forefront also of the governmental sector in Saudi Arabia. So they're already getting a lot of opportunities, and they're already going to go a lot further with just empowering themselves with the tools they need to succeed. That's amazing. So the support is there, the will is there. So that's a very promising future. If I may, Your Highness, I would like to talk about more of a personal perspective. I would like to know on what has been your inspiration in advocating women's roles in this sector, and if there is any experience or story you would like to share with us that resonated with you and strengthened this advocacy that you fight for. Well, I have always been surrounded by medicine in general. And being in a community I grew up with, we would always have in our entourage friends in the family that were either cosmetic surgeons or dermatologists or around beauty. Growing up partly in Beverly Hills as well, maybe made me more like I had more experience, or let's say I was more exposed to this kind of thing that not many people maybe knew of at a certain time. And just seeing that and seeing how changing a person's image, whether it's post-traumatic, like after a serious accident or something that they were born with, or even out of vanity, can significantly change a person's life. So this is something that I've always wanted to do. When I realized that in a very early time in my life, I think I was in third grade when I decided I wanted to do that. So I mean, that was the main influence that got me into this. After that, just being knowledgeable of the pain and suffering that people go through as patients, it helps give you like hunger and give you a lot of humanity and be very content that you are part of someone's life in a good way by helping them, by curing a disease or enhancing a function. These things just enrich you. And the more intact with humanity you are, the more fulfilled you are in life, I guess. As we conclude this inspiring discussion with the Royal Highness, we are reminded of the profound impact that vision and dedication can have in shaping a brighter future. Thank you for tuning in.